Today, we clearly see a new wave of NATO expansion and an unprecedented build-up of the potential of NATO member states in the immediate vicinity of our borders. Almost every day, the border service authorities record provocations on the state border from neighboring countries, from planting corpses to deliberate drone strikes on the territory of Belarus. At the same time, we see the construction of walls and barriers on the border, enormous amount of fortification equipment and mining from the Ukrainian side. They have strengthened it to the utmost on their side. In other words, our generation is going through a real trial. We have the mission to preserve peace and to preserve the memory of all those who died previously on our territory. And we have to respond to this threat, which is now casting a terrible pall over our motherland.
Well, let's get Michael Clark's reaction to that. I mean, I suppose on the one hand, you can entirely understand why Ukraine might be fortifying themselves if the Wagner group have gone to Belarus. But on the second hand, this line about this new wave of NATO expansion, that very much mirrors what President Putin has been saying, doesn't it?
Yes, and I mean, Lukashenko, he's announced the full alert status for the Belarusian army, which won't mean a whole lot, because the Belarusian army is pretty small. It's not very well equipped. It's not particularly good at anything, except turning on its own people. So it's, as a military force, it doesn't add up to very much. So putting it on alert won't make a lot of difference. But what he's working at, I'm sure, is the Vilnius summit, which is the 11th and 12th of next month, which is 2 weeks on Wednesday, I think it opens. So he's working towards that, because NATO almost certainly will announce a whole series of measures. And is looking now to get Sweden officially into the alliance, get over Turkish resistance to all that. So there'll be a lot of announcements from NATO. And so I think he's trying to work in anticipation of that. And also, given that his status is now increased because he has brokered this deal between Putin and Prigozhin, and so therefore I think he's trying to appear as a strong leader in front of his people and showing that they're all part of this problem they have, that the West is somehow threatening them.